said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll try the run. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. It's not the end of the world. This is not one of those be-all, end-all games that we used to have in a different era. But certainly for the winner, clear shot at a conference title and perhaps a spot in the college football playoff and a bye.
I love it. It's a great show-me week. A lot of adrenaline, a lot of emotion. Like both these squads, really, really good football teams in really good positions in their conference. But, Jesse, after today, there can only be one at one.
Yeah, the picture's going to change, no doubt about it. These two teams both, though, believe they're the best in conference play. Nobody's beat them yet, and they believe they're the man in the conference. So we're going to learn a lot. By the time this game is over, who is the best in conference play?
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing out a little bit.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Leaves it with the running back. It's a fumble on the play. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in, it's Baker. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Gamecocks in the hurry up. They'll try to run for it. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on third down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got it set up on the outside. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Quick toss to the right. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. The Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic, throwing the football down the field.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. That is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
They kick it away on fourth down. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's going to run. Turning it on. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. The give. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself yourself locked in during that week of preparation, Dave?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. He'll try to do it himself. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on fourth down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Just keeps moving. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
A defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Looking to fire. It's complete on the right side. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He might want another play. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period.
South Carolina, 7, Georgia, 0.
So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Kick is in the air. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Jennings. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense. We saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollack. Really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to 2 guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
Unloads to the wideout. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
So this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Caught in the backfield, it's Fritz. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives live? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. From the gun to give, looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Quarterback adapting. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Working that left side now. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
They need the 40 to convert here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Time to take a shot. Hits him inside the 20, still going. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Floats it out in space. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Dances away. Boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And this defense did exactly what they wanted to do. You force the passing situations. Now what do? Now you can drop back, play pass. And when the quarterback scrambles, now I just rally to the football, I tackle him on the ground, and I force the fourth down.
And the Dogs will try to convert on fourth down. He'll keep it on the sneak. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Great job by the defense there on fourth down. I'll say this, QB sneaks are not a guaranteed play that you're going to get on offense. Everybody thinks it is. You dial it up, it's an automatic first. Not the case. That time, the defensive line was lower. They got more push, and there was just nowhere for the quarterback to go. Great job by the D.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll give it to the back. That hole closed quickly. He'll get one out to the 6.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Lost the fire on second down. Crosses it incomplete. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes, and well, it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
Get it out on the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their third down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
The Gamecocks will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Oh, it's a phony punt. They're going to run it with the up man. There he goes. And no guts, no glory. They pick up the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
And the Gamecocks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Runs through the tackle. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Here's a heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
The give to the back. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Get another look at this Bulldog offense. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll leave it with him. Finds a crease at the 20. He's loose down the middle. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch it, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, big update in a top 5 game today. Michigan is getting smoked. This is unexpected. This is alarming. And I've been on social, and their recruits are definitely taking notice. They're trailing by 27 to Nebraska. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this top 5 matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Here's the handoff. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Not on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Wants to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Thomas. The Dogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, the running back has it. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
They'll move the tight end. Hands it off. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Here on 3rd down, you might want to protect the field goal, but you have to stay aggressive. Might be changing the route. From the gun on 3rd down. Fires into the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Smashes it between the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Makes the quick grab. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the tailback. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He'll off one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession like that.
The kick is on its way. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Under fire. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They booted away on 4th down. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs. They're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. So we open the final period with a third down play. Snap from the gun on third down. He uncorks one deep. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Well, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great way to make it.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Dogs! Excellent pass by the back on the option. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, big update in a top 5 game today. Michigan is just getting blown off the field right now. We've been watching big games in the big house forever, and I've personally never seen anything like this. They're trailing by 34 to Nebraska. We'll parachute back into your game, fellas, if anything changes in this heavyweight battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and look to play another down.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They just keep firing. Got a man. It's Baker. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, he's got some space. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. The offense in hurry-up mode.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Throws to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And they can't make the play on third down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. No good. A missed field goal leaves us with a double-digit game still sitting at 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. From the gun, the ground game. Passes stays in, still on his feet. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the roar of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows.
Turning it on! He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
The Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll send the tight end in motion. Give to the back. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And I think the defense would be really happy with where they're at right now. They knew they had held their stud down to his little yards, but they're trailing. And this is the time where he's going to get the ball even more. So they got to be ready for him. It's going to him. He's a great back, and they've done a pretty good job all day.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Buys a little time. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
That's such a gut punch if you're the defense, because you're trailing in this game. You've got to find a way to get off the field on 3rd down, but you can't stop the quarterback scramble. He's just been making plays in this game in critical moments, none bigger than that one right there with the lead late in the game.
Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way home.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Baker. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Under fire. Fires it incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
It's hard to imagine that that's his first catch of this game so far. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, and they knew if they were going to win this game, he had to touch it a lot. They had to get him involved. They haven't been able to do that. That's a big reason why they're trailing by so much.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Wants to throw again. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
At the 47-yard line. Third down coming up.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.